Okay, so how many of you guys have done something over and over again and then got tired of it? Maybe homework, school, work, hang out with friends and family? Yes, okay. So this quote by Mae West says, "Too much of a good thing can be wonderful," and I do agree with it. First, I'm gonna talk about why do I agree with it with family, friends, and work. First, I'll talk about friends. When I was around 12 years old, I remember having these 5 friends that will go and knock on my door, and they will be like, you know what, let's go outside and play. Let's go outside and play. Every day, we will just play soccer. Every day. And I remember being, you know what, why should we just, can we just play something else? And they would just be, no, we like soccer, you'll be the goalie. I don't want to be the goalie though. And I will just be like, you know what, let's just do it, it's fine. And then I realized after I moved from that place 2 years after, I realized how much I missed those days, how much I missed the days where they will knock at my door and be like, you know what, I need those friends to like knock on my door and be, you know what, let's just play, let's just have fun. And I do remember that it was, and so that became wonderful for me. Those 5 friends, they made me realize how that small thing, just being playing soccer, became wonderful to me. And then my second point is family. We sometimes we don't really realize what we have until it's over. So I remember my dad, every single Sunday, he will go and tell me, you know what, let's go to church, and then we'll wash the car. Let's go to church, and then let's wash the car. And it was every Sunday, and I was, why every Sunday? Why not switch it a little? Maybe during the week, we'll wash the car, and then we'll go to church. But no, his thing was, let's go to church and wash the car. And the thing that I didn't realize was that I wasn't expecting that much to go to the church or to like wash the car. It was what happened after those 2 things. We'll go to church and I will sit there and just listen to the guy talk, and I will just be bored. Really, I will just be bored. Just sitting there, listening to something that wasn't really interesting at the time. But okay, fine. My dad made me do it. I was probably like 14 years old, so I had to be there. Yep, I wasn't gonna be like, you know what, I don't want to go because he'll probably beat me. So then after that, we'll go to this car wash that is in the corner of my house. And I remember that car wash. I mean, I can pass by it. It's in Fullerton. And I remember that car wash, and it always brings those memories. And so we'll wash the car, but I will never wash the car. I would just put the coins in, and that was all I had to do. Put the coins in the machine, switch to the water, to the soap, but the thing that amazed me the most was the thing after. After every single car wash, my dad would take me to get an ice cream. And I was like, okay, I can take an ice cream. So I would get an ice cream. I remember eating every single ice cream there. And after that, one day, after the car wash, he took me to GameStop and he bought me a PS3. And I was like, amazing, right? It was the best thing, the best day. And I remember that PlayStation so much that I still have it. It's done. It doesn't work no more. It's still there in my house though, because I remember that. It was a pretty good thing. And I remember that being too much, it became a wonderful thing. We don't do it anymore because I'm obviously busy with college and he's in work. And then sometimes I do tell him like, you know what? Let's go wash my car now, and I'll buy you an ice cream. And he'll laugh, and I remember that. We still do it, and it's wonderful. And then, lastly, work. I remember my first job, and my first job I was nervous, really nervous. And I do remember one thing was this pretty girl that was the secretary of the boss, and I would just handle packages and stuff. I remember her, right? And every single day she'll be there and say hi, but that was the only thing that I would say, hi, and I would say because I was shy. And I didn't know what to do. So I was just doing my work, say hi, and every single time, I remember the last day, because she told me, oh, you know what, I'm moving on, I'm getting another job, it was nice meeting you and all that, and I was just listening. It was sad. I was like, oh, I should have done something, right? But I remember that last time, how wonderful she looked. She looked really pretty. And that too much things, she became wonderful to me. And I do remember her really well, but I do have that feeling that I should have done something else, but oh well, next time, right? And that's pretty much what I'll talk about. And in conclusion, doing something really good, many things can be wonderful, right? But maybe you guys haven't found that good thing to do over and over again to make it become wonderful.
All right, Eric, I like the rhetorical question, the survey that you have. Your point of view is a little bit inverted from the quote, but then it really, or actually, I should say not from the quote, but from the attention device that you have, but it does definitely support the quote. There's a pretty good preview of what the structure is going to be, and you stick to that in the body of the speech. I thought you added a lot of nice details when you're developing the topic. The story about going with your dad to wash the car after church every week was an effective one. You introduced it in an interesting way, and you get a nice reveal there at the end about what it was really all about. And also when the reference, you come back and say, now of course we don't do that as much as we did once in a while, but sometimes I feel like I should drive by, and you tell that story. I thought that worked really well. So the content is pretty well developed. That last section, I'm not exactly sure how well it fits with the theme that you have, but it gave you something enthusiastic to talk about. And when she sees this online, she'll be saying, man, I just missed a shot here. That was my chance, at happiness. Your voice projects really well. Your inflection and tone is okay. There's a little bit... At first, I thought you were saying France instead of friends. It's just one of there's just a little bit of an accent there. That I knew as soon as you got to the first point. Oh, that's what he's saying, not France. All right, and so that's just a little bit of unfamiliarity with the way that you're saying the words there. But once we got going on it, it wasn't problematic. There is a little anxiety that comes out in your hands. That's where most of your nervousness comes out. You have this tendency to do the praying hands sort of thing while you're speaking. And sometimes you gesture a little bit, but then you're going right back to, please get me through this speech. I thought that you looked relatively confident. Sometimes there's a little bit of awkward weight shifting, but nothing that was distracting. Your facial expressions are very animated. I thought that worked really well. And the conclusion of the speech was pretty solid also. It just seemed like you had a pretty good plan and you stuck to it, and that gives you a chance to talk about some things that are interesting. All right. Thank you.